Hello and welcome to another OnCare Office tutorial. This one focuses on many new features in the 1.4.1 release. This tutorial is designed for company administrators and center directors, and I'll be going over some of the special new features that we've released. We'll begin by logging into the OnCare Office. I'm going to cover several of the features, including adding more than 3 children to a child record, the child billing box changes, adding a deposit on account for families, and also looking at pending transactions. So first, we'll go into family accounting. And the first place I'd like to go is into family records to show you a child's record and the changes that have occurred there. So I'll click on Haley Jackson, for example, and right away we see that once we're in Haley's record here, the child information tab appears at the top. This is new, as before there was one tab per child in each family. We've done away with that format and we've instead included a children's summary so that each child in the family will be listed at the top here. In order to add a new child, simply click Add New Child on the right, and you'll be presented with a new blank child information form to complete. The next new feature I'd like to look at is in the child tuition billing box. And you can see that as normal there's a billing cycle. You can select either monthly or weekly. And then in the row here to reference the tuition amount, you can select from a sponsor or a co-sponsor if there's a split family, a transaction type as normal, select your transaction type, and then in the amounts fields you see that there's an amount, there's a credit description, and also a credit percentage, 1 to 100%. What this allows you to do is, since the tuition amount pre-fills in the amount field, you can also apply a credit. In order to do so, you would select the credit description, for instance, an employee benefit, and then type in a percentage to discount, let's say 10%, and then put a comment in there. The great thing about this is once you've got the credit percentage entered and the billing runs, the tuition amount that you see here will post as normal as a debit, and the credit percentage will post on a separate line as just that, a credit. Additionally, you can add a start date and an end date. This is a great feature because it allows you to input or enroll families at any given time and not have to worry about coming back in later and starting their automatic billing for tuition. So, if I know a family is going to start in February, I can type in when to start the tuition. I can also add an end date if I know that the family is only going to be here for a certain period of time. Then I don't have to worry about coming back later to stop the tuition from automatically charging. I can press enter on my keyboard to save this record, and I get the confirmation screen. And I can go back into Jose and check my work. The next thing I'd like to show you is in the ledger, and we can get there one of two ways. If I want to work in this particular family, I can simply click Account Ledger, or if I want to look in another family, I can click Main Menu and then go to the Family Account Ledger link. This will list me all the families, and I can look at their ledgers individually by clicking the View Edit link on the right hand side of the page. I'm going to look at the Cayman family's ledger. One of the great new features that we have is the ability for you to add a deposit on account. So if enrolling in your center requires that families make a deposit, you can now track this within OnCare. I'll use a new example. Let's say the Kongowski family has just enrolled. You would go to their ledger, select whom to charge, either sponsor or co-sponsor, and then you would apply the other charges and the deposit charge, and then input the amount of the deposit. It's always a good idea to leave comments. Once you're finished with the comment, click Add, and you'll see the deposit on account bubble at the top of the screen. It shows a charge on the ledger and an owing balance of $200. Another great feature that we've added to the ledger is the pending transactions. You can see this green bar across the middle here that says no pending transactions found. Well, this allows you to go ahead and add a charge for a future date. Let's say that there's a field trip coming up on the 18th. You can add in the post date, add in the other charge, and select whatever fee that you need to apply. In this case, we'll put the transportation fee, and let's say it's a $10 fee. Once I click Add, you can see now that there are 2 entries to the ledger, but one of them is a pending transaction. That one will post later on the 18th, and only then will it be owing. Then down here you have a summary of current and pending balances. This concludes this portion of this new OnCare Office tutorial. I hope you found it useful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to visit our website at www.oncareservices.com. If you'd like more information about other modules, you can find them here on this YouTube channel, youtube.com/oncareservices. Thanks very much, and have a great day.